Hello there, and welcome to today's Daily Dominion, which is all sets. We have, there's a pretty decided lack of draw. Or draw is certainly the weaker part of this kingdom. There is some draw, but there's fortunately some alt VP in distant lands, which is great. And Corey also works. Guess we gotta go. I'm trying to do better. I've been doing okay. I remember. So our landscape is Stampede, which we've seen many times. If you have 5 or fewer cards in play, game 5 horses on your deck. It's the 5/5/5 deal. The AI uses Stampede quite a lot, and to be honest, uses it fairly reasonably. It's not. Sometimes it does it a little too much, but it's really not bad with Stampede. It's fairly intelligent about it, which is to say you can buy it early and it's pretty good no matter what. And that's, so I guess to its credit, it uses it. So anyway. It's certainly possible to build up like a C chart engine here and to have some stowaways or grotto stuff for consistency. And then you can get your plus buy from towns, get your alt VP from distant lands, maybe attack a little bit with Frigate. Frigate is this weird duration attack, kind of a militia-esque thing. If the AI plays one consistently, it'll, to be fair, this deck isn't too harmed by Frigate. It hurts the C chart stuff a bit, but you can like play vassals out of hand or town for money out of hand, and it's not killer. I guess it does hurt the stowaways a fair bit because you start with a bigger hand, or the grottos you start with a bigger hand and then you have to go right down to 4. So It does a little bit against the drawing deck for sure, but it doesn't kill it. So I think we'd probably open Corey Chapel and then try to buy a carpenter. That should be a good start. We could also start Carpenter Chapel. I guess that's a little more reasonable, right? Because you can still gain the quarry. To be honest, you don't even need the quarry until you're ready to use plus buy. Yeah, actually, you got to do Chapel Carpenter and then get a second Carpenter. Slam the cards, and then when you're ready, maybe for some plus buy, you can Carpenter for a quarry. But early on, the quarry is just worse. Because you don't have to buy the 5s. You really only have to buy 1 maybe if you want it. So we'll do Carpenter Chapel. I wouldn't be surprised to see the AI follow on that, actually, but they don't. They go double. Oh yeah, the AI loves Grotto. Just loves it. Which Grotto is an okay card, but it's not double open good. Like in any world. We'll get a C chart here. We're just going to try and play the Carpenters. We unfortunately missed these estates with the Chapel. But we are going to get to trash pretty well next turn. So we got to make sure we get some towns, but again, there's not a huge rush on it. We could still go double C chart here. If we had 3 caught like that, there's a world where we get quite a nice draw. I am going to go ahead and trigger. They buy 2 towns. They love the towns. Okay, we don't get. Let's go ahead and pick one up now. This is really weird, whatever the AI is doing. We're going to play the Carpenter now. So C chart draws cards if you have a copy in play. So to draw the carpenter here, we're going to want to play this down. I guess we just get a town. Yeah, it's fine. See, then it let us draw the carpenter. Unfortunately, our last card here is the town, so we can't actually draw the town with it, but this is still all totally fine. It might be okay to get a third carpenter. I mean, eventually they're a little bit of a liability, but for now we can draw this all. And we can gain, what do we want to gain here? Probably just another town for now. Eventually we will want, actually we may not want grass, but we'll probably want stowaways. The towns are going to empty. We don't want to necessarily, I mean, we want to make sure we get probably 5 of them, but we don't want to rush to killing them, because then our carpenters would be remodels, which is a little worse than what they are right now. This is such an insane. Maybe we'll get the quarry. So C chart should hit no matter what, which is cool. We could pick up a bunch of carpenters here and just have them to do, what did they grotto for? They're gonna have a kind of big turn. This is such an insane deck that the AI is playing. It makes no sense. It's hard to stress this enough. How it makes no sense at all. I would like to get a stowaway, I think. So for our last carpenter, we'll get a stowaway. And then probably the piles go, and then next turn we'll be able to do... Next turn we'll be able to do the remodel stuff. We can remodel chapel into things. And I don't know, we could probably get a frigate now. That doesn't let us use we could get a grotto and a frigate. Sure. Like, we maybe should have tried to get a frigate a little earlier. But, oh, this is nice. They didn't actually lower the towns all the way. So we can still do fun stuff with carpenter this turn. Really load up on the C charts. And then these are a lot of actually non-hits. So maybe we want to play town through them. We're probably going to want maybe okay, we get another hit. That's nice. Now these are both hits in here. Okay. We could finish the towns just to have the split. I mean, the split doesn't matter against the AI, but it matters a little bit for our deck. Trying to think if we want a vassal. The vassal won't draw here, or we wouldn't draw the vassal. But actually, it can't, probably not vassal this turn. There's still something to be said for maybe not taking this last town and seeing if we can get one more turn where the carpenters do carpenter things. can at least chain the one here. Just Grotto the chapel. And we could get... So that's the question, whether we just take the town now or whether we want to go down to or get it like another C chart, I guess. We probably don't need the towns that much. Well, the carpenters are all going to become non-terminal. We're going to trash those into like distant lands. Yeah, whatever. To Dubai, we'll go ahead and get another frigate. And I guess just another C chart. So we'll see, like here, this Grotto, they picked up 4 cards, right? And then when they play the town, they have to discard 6. This is, I don't know what the AI is into today. This is kind of a bad thing, which is we can't, until we find a town, which we're just sort of unlucky so far, we can't get a carpenter in play, which is a little unfortunate for the C charts. But now we've got everything. In general, the frigates and the stowaways and the grottos, they'll always be hits as long as we play the other one the other turn, which is really nice. C chart loves durations. What do we have in here? It's like a chapel and a, yeah, it's a chapel. Chapel in a distant land. We could get a grotto. Let's just play this. This isn't all that good. Whatever I'm doing here. But like, who cares? I'm sure there's a way to play that turn nicer at the end of it, but like, what is it? I don't know. I'm not actually super convinced that new hard AI is better than old hard AI. Even though people have been kind of arguing that position. I'm trying to find another carpet. Oh yeah, they're in the discard. Because I would like to, yeah, do this. Okay. I don't know what the last thing is. Okay. I just clicked them. Just clicking them. We'll finish the distant lands and the C charts, and then it'll all be good. We're running out of fuel, but there's still a little bit. We could have, well, we didn't really have that much loose buy anyway. 110. I don't have Grotto this turn. It's all good. We'll be okay. We have like 3 stowaways, so 2, 3. Probably just 2. All right, good job, AI. We're just gonna carpenter stuff into C charts. Try to play all the distant lands. We did it. I guess I could get money. What scores the most here, actually? We don't get to duchy regardless, so I don't think it matters. We can't use the buy to score anything. Okay. Well, I actually like this kingdom. It was actually somewhat disappointing how nothing the AI did. This is a bit like the dungeon game earlier in the week. They like this consistency duration stuff, and they don't do anything with it. So it's not like they're playing. I mean, they didn't put any good cards in the deck, so the Grotto doesn't help you. Anyway, this is one of the worst decks Hard AI's ever built, for sure. But I hope you enjoyed the Carpenter stuff, because that's pretty fun. And you could certainly build up more vassals and be buying some provinces and things too. The vassals would hit just every time. I guess they could hit my quarry, but they would hit like 99% of the time. Though if you buy provinces, then they stop, right? So, well, you can kind of control that with Grotto, to be fair. Anyway, vassal's fine here. It can do some good stuff, but it's not necessarily important in any way. Depending, because if you're playing a human, it might matter if you're playing a human and you need to spike a province just to have points maneuverability. But if you're playing a human, for sure, you're just like headed for 3 piles faster than happened here. But anyway, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you all tomorrow.